today I'm going to talk about the letter that I just sent to Mr. Ball, Senator Ball, who is going to most likely, most certainly actually, going to be the deciding factor on whether SB3 moves forward or not. And I just realized from watching Ava Flanell that this man was a Ranger. Not just a Ranger who graduated Ranger School, but he served in 75th Ranger Regiment. So we have some history there. I don't know the man personally, but him being a Ranger, there's obviously some connection there. So hopefully I can persuade him to vote in opposition of this bill. And I want to read it for you. And I've already sent it out. So this is exactly what I sent Mr. Ball. Senator Ball, I just realized that you and I share some history together. We both served in the 75th Ranger Regiment. Considering you are about to vote for or against the most egregious weapons ban bill that this country has ever seen, I feel like I need to remind you of a couple of things, or some things. Remember, as Rangers, our history dates back to the Swamp Fox, Francis Marion. As you well know, he fought against the British during the American Revolutionary War. During that time, they did not have firearms like we do today, but they did have the same type of firearms the British did. And that's where we should draw the distinction of the Second Amendment. SB25-003 will stop the supply of firearms that hold the same value Francis Marion's firearms held for him and his troops. Obviously, the war was fought to declare freedom from tyranny. Francis Marion lived to see the ratification of the Second Amendment in 1791, but died 3 years, 2 months later. Imagine what he would say about such a bill if he were alive today. Moreover, I invite you to read CRS 28.3.108 subparagraph 7 and 28.4.108.5, which basically says the state defense force is part of the organized militia, who are men 18 to 65 years old and who are not part of the National Guard, armed forces, police departments, justices, judges, clerks, or ministers. Therefore, if the militia are Colorado citizens who are men between the ages of 18 and 65, they should have the means necessary to resist any tyrannical body, to include terrorist organizations, adversarial nation states, and the U.S. government if the people determine the government is unacceptably tyrannical. Considering Mr. Sullivan is the prime sponsor of the bill and Senator Wiseman is a co-sponsor, you are most certainly the vote who will decide if this bill moves forward. I encourage you to read the Ranger Creed and remember where our history comes from. I know this will be a hard decision because of the claim it will save lives. But you have an oath to uphold to the Constitution, and you have an unqualified command from history to vote in opposition to SB 25003. David Williams, Rangers lead the way. So I hope that shows you guys that, I am doing my best to fight these bills. There's only so much that we can do. I won't be able to testify in person. I've already sent in a letter in opposition. I suggest you guys do the same thing, okay? Sit down, write a letter at the very minimum to oppose this bill. The only way they know that Coloradans do not want this is if you speak up. If you don't sit at the table when things are happening, well, when those do happen, you have no ground to stand on. Write a letter, testify in person, testify virtually, email your congressmen, your senators, your representatives, whatever. Just do what you have to do, but in a respectful and peaceful manner, so that they know that we're serious about this. These things should stop happening here in Colorado. Tack out.